Hey guys, it's Dane again with Engadget. I'm back with the Lenovo IdeaPad K1, and this time around I just want to talk about the software. Normally when we review Honeycomb tablets, we don't need to go through the software just because you've seen Honeycomb, but Lenovo has done some interesting things here. So I want to just show you how the Android 3.1 experience is going to be different on this tablet as opposed from maybe other slates that you've seen us review. So right here you can see there is this light skin on top. As far as skins go, this is actually pretty light. A lot of things are going to be the same. The stock Android keyboard, for instance, is the same. But what you have here is this customizable launcher. It's a 5-way thing where by default you can press, you can tap to watch a movie, you can tap to listen to music, to read a book, for email, and then there's a web browser in the middle. And really this is designed to give you easy access to your favorite apps. This is customizable, so if I tap here, so you have what Lenovo calls them zones. So zone 1 is watch. Right now it's set to M-Spot Movies 2, but if I wanted I could put in Gallery, YouTube, or any other application that was relevant. Same for email, reading books, listening to music, and you can also customize, you can change the zone color. Really, this is a lot like, maybe if you've ever used a Dell computer, you've seen Dell Dock. It's kind of a complement to the desktop, or in this case, just this array of apps on the home screen. So I feel like you could just easily make shortcuts as you normally would to your favorite apps, but really this is designed not for you power users and not all of you techies out there, but more mainstream users perhaps who are uncomfortable with technology, and this gives them just an especially easy place to do what they want to do and launch their tasks really quickly. In the same vein, you can tap there for just the entire system settings. So again, you techies know how to get to the settings. I don't think that's going to impress you much, but that's what one of the things Lenovo is offering. Another thing Lenovo is offering is the App Shop. So yes, this is another proprietary app store. A lot of companies are getting on board with this. Toshiba did this with the Thrive. But it's actually a pretty nicely laid out app store. You can see that the front page is taken over by featured apps. This is a curated app store, so Lenovo decides what goes in here and what doesn't. So it's actually a pretty easy to navigate, just visually attractive interface here, and you can swipe down here for a list of the categories, and you'll see it rolls down. You've got books, reference, business, entertainment, finance, games, I could go on, and certain categories such as entertainment have subcategories such as music and radio, photo and video, etc. You'll see in the different categories here that you might only have one selection. In this case, for financial apps, you have RPN Calc Financial, which is a financial calculator, but it's also available for the same price in Android market. So you're not really getting any exclusives here. I think it's more to make the selection less overwhelming, again, for those mainstream users who don't quite know what they're doing, but I don't think that describes a lot of you guys who are watching this video. If you read Engadget, you probably are at a higher level of aptitude when it comes to tech. One cool thing that I like is that, well, first to test this I need to open a bunch of apps. So I'm going to open Seismic here, and I'm going to go back, and I'm going to open a benchmark, and I'm going to open M-Spot. So then what I can do is I can tap this window here, and I can see all the apps that are open, and it makes it really easy to just fully close apps, which can be a point of contention for some people in Android, depending, again, how skilled you are. So I can close the camera app, which was already open, Market, File Management, which I'm not using, Maps I'm not using indoors, Development Settings, a duplicate settings menu. So that's actually one of my favorite features. It's one of the less flashy ones. This seems a little bit redundant here, because I just showed you the launcher, which showed you, which again, gives you sort of your key apps, but you can also store them here, and it's sort of this carousel-like interface where you can store your favorites, and again, that is totally customizable, and just, it's a drag and drop interface, so I can put Gmail in there, voila. And then so when I go around here, I got Gmail. And just one more thing I want to show you is the actual selection of apps. So we've seen how Lenovo has customized this, but if you go into the apps, you'll see that they've bundled a whole lot of stuff. And Again, this is for people like my parents, like those low-tech users who don't quite know what they're doing and might be intimidated by technology. And I know that if I gave my parents a tablet, they would probably want me to go to the Android market and just download a whole slew of apps for them. If I gave them this tablet, I wouldn't have to because they're already in there. So you've got Amazon Kindle, for instance. You've got Documents to Go, the free version of it. You've got a whole bunch of games in here. You've got eBuddy, the IM client. You've got Norton Security, which is interesting, Photo Studio, and most interestingly, you've got version of Netflix. And this, for now, is exclusive to this tablet because it is a version of Netflix that doesn't just let you stream movies, but lets you store them locally using this DRM hardware module. So that means once you store them locally, you can't just remove them and play them on another device. And you'll see that cropping up on other tablets, but for now, that's specific to the K1. So that's been our quick walkthrough of just what makes the Android 3.1 experience different on the Lenovo IdeaPad K1. You'll see that it's some light customization, nothing too obnoxious, and a pretty good selection of apps. Maybe some of you will think of it as bloatware, but I think some of them are actually useful. Thanks for watching. This is Dana with Engadget.